Okay, in this video we are looking at how to find the point of intersection of these two lines using what's called algebraic substitution. So we begin with our two line equations. So 4x plus y equals 9 is our first equation, and x minus y equals 1 is our second. So we're trying to find what point that satisfies both of these equations, and in order to find the point of its intersection, we are assuming that this value of x is equal to this value of x, and this value for y is equal to this value for y at that point. With that in mind, let's consider our first equation, which is 4x plus y equals 9. And we can rearrange this just to get y as the subject of our equation. So subtracting 4x from both sides gives us y equals 9 minus 4x. So we now have y as in terms of x, and with that, let's look at our second equation here. And because, first of all, let's just write this down. Consider equation 2, x minus y equals 1. Because we're looking for the point of intersection, we have assumed that this value for y in the first equation is the same as this value for y in the second equation, which means that we can substitute this expression into our second equation. So let's just do that now. So that becomes x minus 9 take 4x equals 1. And now this is good. We now have an equation with only one unknown, which means we can find out what x is just by doing algebraic manipulation. So first of all, let's just expand this bracket. We have a negative 1 multiplied by 9 minus 4x, so let's expand that. Gives us x minus 9 plus 4x equals 1. And adding the 4x and the x together, that's 5x minus 9 equals 1. Adding 9 to both sides will give us 5x equals 10. And finally, dividing both sides by 5 gives us x equals 2. Great. We have our first coordinate. That's x equals 2. So it's just a matter of choice about which equation we can use to substitute x equals 2 back into to get our value for y. And since equation 2 is simpler, we'll use that one. So now we know x equals 2 at the intersection. Let's just substitute x equals 2 into equation 2. So x minus y equals 1 becomes 2 minus y equals 1. So just simplifying, that leaves us with minus y, and subtracting 2 from both sides is minus 1. Multiplying both sides by negative 1 gives us y equals 1. We have them. Here's our x coordinate. Here's our y coordinate. So our point of intersection is at 2, 1.